Hello there everyone, I think I am now live on the Ham Radio DX YouTube channel. This is a bit of an impromptu stream, a very quick one that I've just thrown up this afternoon because 6 meters was open, and now I've realised that 10 meters is actually open here in VK this afternoon. The time is 20 past 3 in the afternoon, so it's all happening here at the moment. So you can see I've got grid tracker up and FT8. I've worked quite a lot of stations here, and I was recording this video, but I decided to do it as a bit of a live stream, and then that way it's a little bit more interactive. So let me know if you're in the chat there. I can see we've already got 7 viewers and 1 like. Hello to everyone who is watching. Let's start calling CQ. I've got the 7300 running here, and all I've got is an end-fed half-wave dipole at the moment, and yeah, I'm hearing Japan quite strong, so it's rather surprising how many stations I'm actually seeing at the moment. I've seen here, I think you can see that I've got China and Russia and a few others as well who are there, but I haven't been able to work them. Hello Ham Radio and Live, had some good fun on 10 this morning. Oh cool, yeah, I'll check that out later on. I did try 10 meters SSB about 10 minutes ago, but I haven't heard anyone on sideband, unfortunately. The signals are actually getting quite strong for SSB, but yeah, haven't heard any, especially JA, because JA, once you work one, you work quite a few of them, so it's always good to work them. Here we go, JA7RU, 9,073 kilometers. You can see there in grid tracker. That's not bad. Hello to you, Tom, there as well. Hope you're having a good afternoon. I wonder if you've worked any of the DX. Do you have 10 meters, Tom? Be interesting. I've worked some VK3s as well this afternoon. So we've got 8 viewers watching now. That's good. I'll wait for this report to come back. He hasn't responded to me, so I do like grid tracker though. You can see that running where it's got the interactive lines, and I find that really helpful when you're using WSJT to see where everyone is. G'day Chris, VK3IK, how are you? You've signed VK3IK, but your YouTube call sign must be an old call sign. There we go. I've managed to contact with JA7RU. Okay, that's good, Tom. You got 10? I wonder if you're hearing more than what I'm hearing. Because it's good now, because you guys can use digital modes. You can jump on this as well. Oh, you got 2 call signs. Yep, cool. I've had a few call signs over the journey. Let's call CQ again. I've already worked VK5AAH. I haven't worked that ZL station or the VK5. I'm trying for the longer distance stuff at the moment. I wonder if you can hear that FT8 in the background as well. Let me know. I can hear it in my headset. And for those who saw my Ask an Elmer live stream, oh, here we go, another JA. For those who saw my Ask an Elmer live stream, what was that, the other day? Yesterday? No? Day before. We were talking about some Sony headphones. I actually saw these ones on sale at Catch of the Day, and I ordered them yesterday morning at 11 o'clock, and they turned up on my doorstep today, so that's rather impressive, especially with all of the Christmas rush going on at the moment. It's a beautiful sound, the FT8. I don't want it too loud. Don't want it to drown anything out. So, oh, you've got a 3-element beam on 10 meters, Tom. That's quite good. Yeah, I don't have anything substantial up for 10 at the moment. All I've got is the end-fed, which is a 40 meter end-fed with a 80 meter loading coil on the end. So it's pretty basic really. Which goes to show that once the band's open, you can just about work anywhere. Let's see who else pops up. JA3DBD 8696. Where's he? There he is. So there's a few JA stations there working others. What I'm also doing is I'm logging. I've turned the logging on in WSJT so that I can import the file out later, and then I import it into QRZ. I'm sounding like American. QRZ, and then I log all the contacts. Hello, Kyle. Does the RF go around the South Pole since you're down under? Yeah, it gets stuck at the equator. It can't go any further. So, very funny. Actually, we're at the... Oh, now there's a pile up. Let's call him. Is it today? Is today the solstice, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. When the sun goes as far south as before it starts heading north again. So there's probably extra ionization across the equator or halfway across the path at the moment, and we've got quite a lot of sporadic activity happening down here in the... I don't know if my mouse pointer is showing or not, but in the southern half of Australia. And I think I also heard... Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, yesterday. So that increases ionization across the path during the day. And I think I saw earlier, so ZL1 Radio Sierra, who's up the top end of ZL, where my mouse pointer is there at the moment. I heard, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but he was working a station in Pennsylvania on 6 meters. I don't know if that's legitimate or not, but it wouldn't surprise me. So that's pretty cool. That's a long distance for 6 meters. You'll see I've had Grid Tracker running for a while, so I've received 101 calls. I've only had 14 QSOs. I haven't been doing all that much. So pretty good. I don't know what the furthest is. My waterfall's in the way. It's probably, what's that, Russia? I haven't worked Russia, but I heard it. The Japanese stations seem to be hearing me fine, but everyone else doesn't seem to hear me too well. There we go, another one. So that's what I said. Once you work one JA station, I say JA, sorry, any J station, Japanese station on any band, all of a sudden, once you work one, you get them all. So it's great. It's good to see a lot of activity around on the bands. Good morning, Jason. 2E1HKO. It would be rather early there in the UK. I wonder what time it is over there. It must be what? I'll take a guess, about 4 a.m. Something like that, 4 or 5 a.m. Sun will just be coming up over there, I would imagine. Or pretty close to it. BG8DIV. I want to work him. I've just worked that JH station. Yep, semi-73. Let me see if I can work BG8DIV. He is the Chinese station there, who I haven't worked yet. I haven't worked China on 10 meters before, so I've heard two stations, so I want to work them. 4:27 a.m. Yeah, it's a fairly good guess. Yeah, he's not hearing me. Oh, look at the signal that I decoded him at. -23. FT8 sort of is reliable from, well, not reliable, but decodes at -20 and above, so he's pretty weak. No wonder he's not hearing me. It's okay. Go back to calling CQ. So yeah, it's been a bit of an eventful day. The other news today, obviously it's Christmas Eve here at the moment, so there's a lot else going on here. Lots of family stuff and being busy and things, but we've also got the DX happening here, which happens to be our summer. So I was earlier on, I had to go to work today just for a couple of hours, and of course when I went to work, that's when the 6 meter band exploded, and 2 meters, it even opened up on 2 meters here locally. There, I think I was heard on whisper over a 16 or 1700 kilometer path, so that was pretty good, but unfortunately I was at work, so I couldn't work him. And Chris VX-3IK says that the China station's -14. Yeah. I wonder what antenna you've got, Chris. You're probably doing a little bit better than me. I actually was gonna make a 10 meter vertical antenna and then do a video on it, but I sort of ran out of time over the last few weeks. But I am now regretting it because I should have had one. Oh, another JA station. JA5QAH. Dennis asks what power I run. 40 watts. At the moment, I'm actually running 100 because I've been trying to get through to the Chinese station. So I did work a few earlier though with only 50 watts. Also, I run on my phone an app called Ham Alert. I'll just log that station there. Where is it? Here we go. So there's an app called, I don't know if you can see that or not, Ham Alert, but that pops up from PSK Reporter, and when stations hear you, then they spot you and you get alerts, which is great. So I was just heard by JS2 GFA. He's saying 73. At -15, so it's good to be able to tell what's happening with the band using PSK Reporter and Ham Alert. So yeah, download that. I'm not sure if it's available. I've got an iPhone, but it might be available for Android. And okay, on your Ultra Beam as well, Chris. 3 elements on 10. Yeah. I don't sort of have the room here for a full-size Yagi. I could probably put up a Moxon antenna for 10, which is a 2-element Yagi, so, or 2-element beam. But that's probably about as big as I can get, I reckon. Good morning, I think, or good evening. I'm not sure, to K5YVY. I wonder what time it is for Kyle AA0Z over there. It's probably getting fairly late. It's probably close to midnight, I guess. I'm not sure which side of the United States you're in, Kyle. If you're on the eastern side, it's definitely past midnight. We've got 20 viewers on, so welcome everyone for tuning into this very impromptu live stream. Here we go. We got a local VK5 Delta Tango. He's not too far away. He's in Adelaide, which is just a touch over 1,000 kilometers, which is what 800 miles, 700 miles. 10:30. Oh, okay. That's not as late as I thought. 10:30 Central. Yeah, okay. That's actually surprised me. Just put VK5 Delta Tango. Oh, here we go. YC7YGR. I've been trying to work him. He's in Indonesia. I'll just let this over go. Make sure he's not working someone else, or someone else working him. No. Let me try and work him. So he's here, which is not really that far away. When I say it's not that far away, when you're working Japanese stations at 8,500 kilometers away, he's a little bit closer, 5,000 k's. So, but I haven't been able to work him yet, so he hasn't heard my signal. See, it's interesting here. He's gone from, so within 30 seconds, his signal has gone from, this is what happens on the band sometimes. His signal has gone from -11 to -21 in 30 seconds. So that's quite a high swing. He's dropped 10 dB in 30 seconds, so he's probably disappeared now. And he'll come back later. So he has to be quite strong for me to be able to work him. Yeah, thanks, Dennis. I wonder how the audio sounds, because this is, well, this is a relatively new mic setup. I've got a blue Yeti microphone, and I used to have the boom coming down. Oh, before I do, yeah, 7-3. Thanks, Tom, for joining in on the live stream. Good to see you here, and thank you again for watching. Here we go. YC7YGR's back at -14. Let's see if he stays there. I used to have the boom arm for this microphone here, but it used to block my face, so now I've got it coming up to the bottom here. So I wonder what the audio quality's like from the mic and how it sounds. Okay, BG8 SRK loud in VK1 on untuned vertical. Oh, VK1J. Hello, Jason. How are you this afternoon? You're probably having more success than what I am. And, of course, I'm here down in the little state of Tasmania. I am the furthest away from all of these stations down here, so I've got just that little bit extra distance, and I'm also doing it on a compromised antenna, so I'm probably not doing the best. Thanks for the comments on the audio as well. It sounds good in the headset, although this room echoes a little bit, so it's hard for me to tell what it actually sounds like until after the stream's finished, which doesn't really help me. So, but I'm glad that the audio's sounding good. I don't think he's going to hear me. He's jumped -11, -29, -14. I've only heard him 3 times in the last couple of overs. Oh, JA6FFO has heard me instead. It's alright, I'll work him. So, yeah, I could switch to sideband, but it was very quiet. The only thing I could hear were the beacons. So, CW beacons, which is just local stuff. It actually surprises me because if I have a look through here, just log that contact. Well, the locals are very strong. So VK5 2621 very strong. JH4 KRP 3 dB. JA2 ANR 0. There was some earlier ones up here that were really strong. So I would have thought, oh, there's one that's popped up out of nowhere. R8LU, Russia. Yes. I've been trying to get hold of a Russian station and he's heard me. Let's see if I can work him. But yeah, I'm surprised that there aren't more stations on sideband. Oh, you heard my... Oh, wow. he's heard my what did I send him? -11, and he's -5. I wonder where he was. Because Grid Tracker hasn't heard his grid square, it's not appearing on the map. I'd really like to know where he was. Russia's a very big country. Could be a long way away. Let's look him up. R8 LU. I have no idea where that is. I can't easily bring it up in the stream. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me see if I can change this view. No, I don't want that. I want window capture. Display capture. Here we go. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I think he was there. So that's quite a fair way. That's according to QRZ anyway. He's around that region, so that's pretty impressive. So I'm quite happy with that. I managed to work him. I wouldn't have seen him on Grid Tracker, of course, anyway. Hello, Anime Radio. Good to see you on here. Thank you so much for your comments and also for your constant support of the channel. It's good to see you in the comments and also in the chat. Chris, yeah, we can try. We can try. The only thing is, I don't think we will be all that successful at the moment because I'm not hearing sorry, I'm just trying to bring up too many windows at once. I'm not hearing VK3s. There's a lot of JA stations, but there's no VK3s on 10, so we probably won't be able to work. I can't remember. I'm just scrolling up the list. I haven't heard of VK3 for a while, so no, it doesn't look that good. So we'll see how we go. Hello to, I think that might be a Japanese station who said, or a Japanese viewer who said hello. I'm not sure. I apologize if I'm wrong there, but good to have you on. Maybe if you are in Japan, be good to get you on the air. Maybe we can work you. CE3 VRT. Video stability of the 705. Yeah. The 705 is fairly stable. Well, for what I was using it. You'll also see that I had a video last week released where I used this as my microwave transverter driver. So it works quite well. That was on 2.4 gigs. So I don't think you'll have any problems with 23 either. VE6 KBI. Must have not heard SSB. Yeah, I'm surprised that I haven't heard much. See, look at this. I'm still calling CQ and no one's responding to me. I've noticed that there isn't that much on SSB today, which is quite surprising. Hi, Justin. Yeah, 10's really going. When it's earlier in the day here, that's when it's better towards the United States. So around about this time, oh, here we go, another JA. I stopped calling CQ and then he calls me. So earlier on in the day, if I scroll here on Grid Tracker, so you'll see that we've got the grey line has just passed Hawaii, or a fair way past Hawaii now, but when the grey line's sort of on the fringes of the US there, or sort of mid US, that's when we can work you guys. So maybe over the next few days, with us all having some time off, we might see some DX. So be good to work you. I live in Japan, but the wind in the place is strong is difficult from. Oh yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But welcome and thank you for tuning in. As I said, I didn't expect to do this live stream this afternoon. I was very unprepared, but I thought rather than record all this and then edit it later, which takes a considerable amount of time, I thought that I would just do a quick live stream. A little bit more relaxed as well. AA4CB, hello Chris, good to have you on the live stream. Florida, yep, I've never worked Florida on, from what I can remember, I've never worked Florida on any band at all. But I haven't done HF that much, so now I've got a HF antenna up and everything, it should be a lot easier to work you guys. I like to try it on the higher bands, obviously. It's a bit more of a challenge, but yeah, it'd be good to work you. Thank you for your location, PM95. Yes, I have worked PM95. I saw that grid square. PM52, 54, 64. I'm just trying to find where that was, but I do remember seeing that earlier. This JA is not hearing me now. JA3VXM. VK4BFQ, g'day. Good to have you on. Who are you hearing at the moment up in the northern part of Australia? Justin, KO5BHV. Worked Australia before on 10, Louisiana. Yeah. I've worked, a couple of years ago, I worked into California and where was the other? I worked Hawaii as well on 10, and there was another station, a little bit more. There's VK2 now. A little bit more Midwest, I think. I can't remember exactly what state it was. But that particular time, I also worked the New York repeater on 29.620. I didn't work anyone, but I could hear it. I think it's very noticeable. Not noticeable. It stands out because it's got like a doorbell Roger beep on it that goes ding dong every time you key it up. So I worked that. Yeah, I reckon it was a good 2 years ago now. I had a slightly better antenna system than I've got now, though. I had a proper halfway vertical on 10 meters, and it was very good conditions that day because I worked Fiji on FT8, 3D2AG on FT8, and I also worked. I was also heard on Whisper by E51WL in the Solomon Islands. So that was on 6 meters. So that was a good day for 10. Anyway, I've gone off track. Did I work the VK2? Yes, I did. What's this call sign? R30EMER. It's a interesting call. Let's call CQ again. Hello to where have we got in the chat? Mongolia? Okay. He's not hearing? Yeah. Lots of JAs, some ZLs at the moment. I saw JA was also there on 6 as well, but I'm not hearing anyone on 6 meters at the moment. It was open earlier. I haven't checked for a good half an hour, but it's gone quiet. JF1 OVA. Hello James, Memphis, Tennessee. KD4 FUU. Good to have you on the stream. Thank you for joining in. I'm surprised. I thought that it would be too late for you guys over there in the United States. I guess if you're not on the east coast of America, it's not too bad. Here we go. I've got another JA6 VPQ calling me now. Once I send 7.3. Hello Andy, good to have you on. Always good to have you here in the stream. Oh, here we go. Now they're all coming at me. Lots and lots of stations. In answer to your question, is it Alexandre? I don't want to. I hope that's your name. Apologies if I've pronounced that wrong. I haven't tried 30 meters, no, because my antenna, my end-fed half-wave antenna, is not resonant on 30 meters. However, I do have a DX Commander coming in the next, well, not tomorrow, but not Boxing Day, which is a Saturday, so maybe next week on Monday. It was supposed to arrive today, but it didn't arrive, so I'll have to get that set up, and that will have a 30 meter element on it, so I'll be able to work 30 meters, so that'll be good. And yeah, I obviously I work 40 meters quite a bit. One thing that I want to do is try and work Chile on 6 meters. Here we go. This other JA. Oh, hang on. Now I've got so many JAs. I don't know which one I was calling. VPQ. VPQ's not hearing me anymore. Who was next in the list? Double FE. I'll see if he hears me, and if he doesn't, I'll go back to double FE. I want to work Chile on 6 meters. However, there is a bit of a slight problem that I've got in that I need a Yagi to do it, and my Yagi is currently in storage and not in the air. I've tried the last 2 years to try and work South America on 6 meters, and other stations have been successful, but I haven't. So I'm trying very hard to work you guys over there in Chile. Oh, that's your call sign, Andy. I didn't know that. All this time. Thank you, Dennis, as well. And okay, close to midnight. I appreciate you watching this evening. It's very much appreciated, even though it is quite late over there for you. 10 minutes, and it'll be Christmas Eve for you. So, well, 8 minutes now. And thank you for the comments on the videos. Yeah, I tend to sometimes not get. I tend to sometimes lose motivation. Sometimes with doing these videos, I get a little bit like they're not professional enough, or I've got plenty of ideas. I just need to make sure that I do them. So thank you very much. It's comments like that that really keep me going to keep doing these videos. Okay, so he sent 73. Now let's call this guy. Got to get through them all. 8:30 in Oregon. West Coast, yeah, that's what I thought. I knew that the West Coast is obviously not as it's not as late. I guess that the sun has been down for quite a long time, because you're in the middle of winter. You're at the opposite end now, so you've probably been in darkness for quite a few hours now. KC1 CPA, yep, still up, same as I was saying. 10:49, 10 to 11. Well, I guess this is a good time for streaming, isn't it? At least I know that. Usually the middle of the afternoon is not good for one or two reasons. Either I thought that it's the middle of the night over there, or I usually am at work, so it's not a good time for me. Jason Jones, pick up a microphone and talk. Well, I was saying earlier on in the stream that I was doing that. I was calling CQ, and there was no one coming back to me. So we'll do that in a little while. Let's finish up here in a minute. and we'll go over to sideband and see if we can work some. Like I said, I don't think 6 meters is doing too much at the moment. I'll just have a look and see. But I can always move over there and check. Let's see if I can work someone. Tony VK3YV, hello and good afternoon. DX Commander, yeah, great antenna. Yes, I'm looking forward to getting my DX Commander from Callum and seeing how it performs. So it will be a good thing to try. Working on those J's, you better get some QSL. Honestly, I'm not sure if you saw my stream the other day, Chris, but I have that many QSL cards. I have that many QSL cards from Japan. And these are just the ones that I can find. I've got plenty more packed away. There's another one. There's another one. They're all working on 6th, but I love getting the QSL cards. I just need to design a proper QSL card, and I did that live stream the other day with the Ask and Elmer, and we discussed QSL cards on there, and I'd actually like the cartoon one, so maybe I'll get a cartoon drawn up of myself and put Ham Radio DX on there or something, and use that as my QSL card. Okay, on the CE6TK working ZL and VK, yeah, JT65. Yeah, Yagi is mandatory. Signals are very weak. I used to have a 6-element Yagi and I still don't think it was big enough. So I need to work on that and getting some sort of directional antenna up and running again. Plus, in that direction from where I am at the moment towards South America is not the best, so I'm not entirely sure that I'll be able to work. I'm sure Anime, I know what card you're referring to as well. That's quite funny. UX5UO. Yeah, that was one that we discussed. So he does he do the card printing as well? So he prints 1,000 of the cards as well. Does he do the design work? I did look at his website quickly, but if he does the design work and he prints the cards as well, that's pretty good. I'll look into that. I think half the bother that I've got is whether I want to bother designing a card or not. Oh, he does do design. Okay, that's good. That's very good. And hello, we've got now 32 on the stream. 31 on the stream. That one person just decided he didn't want to stick around. Okay, so JA3VXM is not hearing me. Okay. Designs and prints. Yeah, cool. I'll check that out. That's good. Because I definitely do. I remember years ago I used EQSL. I don't know if EQSL is still around, but there is something personal about receiving it in the mail. And I feel like I'm going to receive a lot of cards from JA. You're right, in the next few days. Probably not so much on 10. I don't know how keen they are on 10 meters, but 6 definitely. Looks like I've covered almost half the country in JA. So that's quite a few grids. A couple of grids to go. I don't think he's hearing me now. Still hearing plenty of stations. Stop transmitting after that. And let's swap to sideband. So anyone who's watching in VK and wants to try and work me on 10 meters, then they can go to 28.490 now, and I'll be there shortly. Provided some exotic DX doesn't come up. We'll just leave it for a minute, just see, make sure this guy's doesn't come back. So Greg, KF0CUZ asks, I'm considering the 7300 as a first HF because I'm interested in FT8. Yes, it's a very good radio. It's probably the best radio that I've owned for HF. Obviously, you can spend a lot of money on a really high end rig, but this is sort of the, how do you say, the money for what you pay is really good. Like the waterfall, and even just, I don't have another camera set up. This is how quick the stream is, but I don't have another camera set up. But on the waterfall, you can see all of the stations across the whole band. So there's been quite a few times now where that's come really in handy, where I've been wanting to work someone and I can see someone working further up the band, and I just touch the screen and go straight to it. For FT8, it will also work very well for you because it's just a single USB cable that just plugs straight into the computer. You don't have to have any special interfacing. It's just one cable and that's it. Configure it in the, oh, here we go. How did he see me? JA2ZS. Wasn't even calling CQ. So yeah, good radio. Okay, Aussie ham radio 6 meters open. I'm not sure whether 6 meters is open to VK7 or not though. I did try calling a little while ago on 50.110, but nobody come back to me. YE6YE NJ93. Where's that? I'll work this station and I'll try him. Yeah, so Justin uses the 991A. I did have a 991. I didn't have a 991A. So the 991A has the scrolling waterfall. I think that's the only difference. My 991 worked well. That's good because it's got 2 meters and 70 centimeters included in the radio, whereas the 7300's only got HF and 6. So that is one thing to weigh up and to take into consideration when you're purchasing your radio, whether you want those bands or not. Okay, Aussie ham radio only getting VKs 4s at the moment. Yep. And thank you A Schlack as well for the comment on an awesome show. It was just literally thrown together, and I just need to keep talking, I guess. How long have we been streaming? 40 minutes. Wow. And you guys have stuck around for 40 minutes? That surprised me. I don't have that much to talk about. Yeah, Casey's got it right. Yeah, the 991A, definitely, if you want HF and VHF and UHF as well, 70 centimeters, it's definitely worth the money if you want a shack-in-the-box solution. Icom doesn't really have, in this line of radios, doesn't really have a solution like that. You've got to buy the 7300, the 9700 to get HF to 70 centimeters. Then you get 23 centimeters as well in the 9700. But if you buy an IC-705, that has HF to 70 centimeters, but you only get 10 watts. So, yeah, you do need to weigh that into consideration. Okay, I don't think we're going to get any more. Let's leave. Oh, there we go. Who's this up here? 2600. There's that call sign again. That's a weird one. European Russian. R30EMER. It's a very long call sign. Try and work him, and then we'll go to sideband. Hello, Steve. VK3KTT. My grid square, Chris, is QE37. Papa Charlie. Oh, now he's working the other station. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can hear on sideband. And if we don't hear anything, we'll come back to this and see if the band's improved. I'll just let this run through one more. Yeah, I wonder how the DX is going for you there, Steve, in VK3 at the moment. Oh, here we go. This guy. Let's try this guy again. He's just finished with this other guy, BG8 DIV, who I've tried all afternoon to try and work. He's in Indonesia, but is he? Oh, where's he gone? I don't know. He was there somewhere. Not hearing you either, Steve. Yeah. He's calling CQ, but he's not appearing on my map either because I haven't decoded a grid square from him. Hamlet JR1JYR hearing me again. I'll try once more and then we'll switch to sideband. So yeah, those who are listening and think they might, yeah, he's not going to hear me, who might work me, try 28490. So what I need to do is I'll change my audio settings so that you can hear what I'm hearing, because the 7300 is turned down at the moment. Okay, turn that down and let's go to here. Oh, should be able to hear that now. Okay, so I'm on 490, which is our sort of call channel in VK. I don't know if it's an official call channel, but everyone seems to use it. And let's see if we can work someone. Actually, can I hear any? There's some beacons there. Well, there were. Okay. So someone said in the chat earlier, pick up the microphone and call CQ. So that's what we're going to do. So it's not my fault if no one replies. CQ 10 meters, VK7HH, VK7 Hotel, calling CQ10, 28.490, calling CQ and listening, over. Very quiet. CQ10, CQ 28.490, Victor Kilo 7 Hotel, Victor Kilo 7 Hotel, VK7HH, VK7HH, calling CQ and listening, over. I noticed on FT8 that a lot of the stuff I was hearing was not local anymore, so it was, in fact I wasn't hearing hardly any locals. No one hearing me. CQ, Victor Kilo 7 Hotel, VK7HH, VK7HH, calling CQ on 28.490, calling CQ and listening. I need to figure out how I can use this microphone on that radio easily. I think I can do it, but I need to work out how. Also want to get a foot pedal, PTT foot pedal. So I need to get one of those. So if anyone knows a good one, shoot me an email, admin@hamradiodx.net, admin@hamradiodx.net. You'll check it out on QRZ and let me know if you know of any good foot pedals, or if you know how to hook up the IC-7300 to another microphone like this one, because that would come in very, very handy rather than me using the mic all the time. Okay, we're not hearing anything on 10. Oh! We don't want that. Let's try 6 meters. Okay, so I'm going to 50.110. sounds very loud to me on my headset. There we go. I'm going to go to 50.110 and I'll call CQ on there and see if we can work someone. CQ 6 meters, CQ 50.110, Victor Kilo 7 Hotel VK7HH, VK7HH, VK7 Hotel calling CQ and listening on 50.110 meters, calling CQ and listening. Is that a bit right? Everything's gone quiet now that I want to work sideband. Yeah, so the Hale FS3, Chris, I want to sort of do it with a mic that I've already got, because then I can put it into the streaming software at the same time. The radio has a USB audio input, which I can also use, and I think that's how I do it, but I need to figure out how to configure it in Windows in the software. CQ, Victor Kilo 7 Hotel, VK7HH calling CQ6 and listening. Oh, FS3 is the foot switch. Okay, yeah. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you. Because I would like that for contesting. It would really help. Well, it's all a bit quiet. CQ6 meters, CQ 6 meters, VK7HH, VK7HH calling CQ 6 meters, 50.110 and listening. Over. I'll just turn that down. I don't think we're going to work too many on 6 either. So I tried on SSB. I don't think. Yeah, FT8's gone quiet as well. So it's 4:10 here in the afternoon in Australia. So usually there's what we're hearing, the 6 meter propagation and largely the 10 meter propagation is being affected by sporadic E. Sporadic E typically will appear mid-morning, so mid to late morning, so sort of 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. sort of time. That's sort of the peak time, and then it goes quiet throughout the afternoon. And I say typically because it can just pop up out of nowhere sometimes. So there'll be a peak then, and then it'll quieten down, and then it will peak again at about probably about 6 p.m. The last few nights I've noticed about 5 to 7 p.m. sort of around that time. I won't be around this evening, so I'm not going to be live streaming for 2 hours, but yeah, I think that it's just gone quiet because of that, because of the time. So what we might do is let's go back to 10 and see who is back working here. I really want to work Russia, Indonesia and China. I've worked plenty of Japanese stations today, but I want to work Russia. No, I did work Russia earlier. Yeah. Oh, so I've worked Russia, so that's okay. So I want to work Indonesia and China. So it looks like there's also been a few stations, Malaysia and Singapore area as well. I wouldn't mind working them, but we'll see how we go. VK4 LES, hi Les, need to run your coax through your roof and I'll be back up. Yeah, yep, do that. It would be great to have you on the air again. I think we did, when we did our live stream the other day, we said that the best antenna is the one that you have in the air. So if you don't have it in the air or the coax run to it, that's definitely a job to do. So we've had. So I've been on 10 meters for the last sort of probably 2 hours, and I've heard 137. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 137 separate call signs heard, 22 QSOs. So could have had many more QSOs if I had a decent antenna up. DXCC's 9. So that's pretty good. So I'm still seeing plenty of JA stations. I've worked most of these guys, so they're probably not working me again because of that. RU0LL I haven't worked. So I'm still hearing VK5FAAH. He's still in there, but he's the only VK that I'm hearing at the moment. I could call CQ 10 times, stop calling CQ, and then someone will call me. Ham alert. Ham alert. I'm still being heard in JA. A ham alert. And thank you, Steve, for that email that you just sent me. I did get that. I do have a piece of software called WhisperView running, which emails me when there's openings on 6 meters and 2 meters, so I do know pretty quickly when the band's open. And unfortunately, it was happening when I was at work today. So when I was out, always happens. The DX always rolls in when you're not around, always. So it's just one of those things. So thank you everyone anyway for joining in. It's great. We've still got 45 people on the live stream and 18 likes. Thank you for the thumbs up. Really appreciate the thumbs up on the video. So yeah, just below thumbs up on the video. It'd be great for you to hit that. Here we go, another JA station. So okay, thank you, Chris. So R30EMER is a special event station. I wonder what the event is. You might want to fill me in on that. I probably could look it up, but that does explain that. The call sign's quite long, so he suffers from a bit of what's the word? I think it's truncating. Is that the word of the call sign? So that'd be cool. That'd be good if I could work that station. Special event station dedicated to the 30th anniversary of the Icom of Russia. Oh, okay. That's good. Well, I wouldn't mind working him, but it looks like he hasn't been hearing me. Thank you, Anime, for the thumbs up. That is great, and for everyone else too. I will be very, very happy if I can work China, because as I mentioned before, I don't think I've worked China on 10 before. I haven't worked China on many bands. I may have worked China on 15 meters many years ago, but not on 10 recently. FT8's quick, but it still feels slowish when you're waiting. And you'll get a pile up every now and then. So I'm still running 100 watts. If you have a look at my NFED half-wave video from a few months back, I made sure that when I wound the transformer, I used 2 ferrite cores because I wanted it to be able to handle the power of digital modes. So I was quite happy that that I did that so that it can handle the increased power of the digital modes of running 100 watts at least. Try going back to JT65. Yeah, that is very true. That takes a long, long time. Thank you, Casey KC1CPA, thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it, and especially it being later on in the evening over there. I'm sure that there's plenty of other things that you could be doing, but I do appreciate you viewing the stream and being a loyal viewer and or subscriber. If you are watching this stream at the moment for the very first time, please subscribe to my Ham Radio DX channel. There's a little red button below, subscribe, so I'd really appreciate that. KC5TGT radios and more. Thank you for joining in on the stream. Looking forward to having fun on 10 meters as this solar cycle ramps up. I can't wait. Yeah, so I've got a personal goal. I haven't seen the peak of a solar cycle with a full 6 meter station. I know I keep going on about 6 meters, but it is the magic band and it is what my favorite band to operate on. But I want to work the States. I want to work the United States. Well, first of all, I want to do it on digital modes because that's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. But I want to be able to do it on sideband. So hopefully in 2 to 3 years when the solar cycle peaks, I'll really hope that I can work the US on 6. I need to, and Europe, of course. I also want to work Europe as well. So it'd be good to work across there, but I definitely need to get my act into gear or get myself into gear and get that 6 meter antenna back up again in the air. Okay, I'm not hearing. No one's hearing me anymore. I can see the R30 station. I might just try calling him. He's just given that station 7.3, so I might try calling him and see if he hears me. Maybe if I just keep calling and calling, he might respond. But yeah, really looking forward. Yeah, okay, Tony. WB5ZDD. Yeah, working 15 meters in the late 70s. Yeah, I can imagine. I think because they had a really strong solar cycle, I think, in the 70s, didn't they? There was a really strong one that everyone talks about. And I know that locally around here, people used to say that they would work, the old 10 meters and 6 meters AM to the United States quite easily using 5 or 10 watts. So those were really the days. So hopefully the sun gets into gear and we can start to see some more sunspots and some more ionization thrown our way, so we can work you guys. Be good to get some long path and short paths stuff happening as well. But yeah, I think you are correct. I think that was the last good to excellent sunspot cycle. I think there was another one before that, which was either in the 50s or 60s, but radio being quite new, or amateur radio being relatively new and not as many operators, was probably why a lot of people missed out. But yeah, it would be very, very good to work you guys. I don't know if you've seen, there's another amateur from the YouTubers bunch, K6ARK, Adam. I'm not sure, I think his video, it either premiered today or it's coming out soon. Anyway, check it out on his channel. He was working a pile of stations. I won't say who else he worked, but there might be someone who made a bit of a cameo in his video. But he did work a station, and it sounded like he was working them short and long path because it had an echo on their signal. Actually, let me just check that out because I don't want to go spoiling it if he hasn't released the video yet. He hasn't released the video. It's tomorrow. So yeah, check out his video in 19 hours. He's got a video called "Another Peak, Another Crazy Antenna." So he's a SOTA operator. So yeah, check his channel out because you might find that interesting. All right. Well, it's a bit of a shame I can't work that Russian station. 6 meters has gone well and truly quiet as well from what I can see. station a fair way down there. It's call CQ again for a few more cycles, but I think I've worked as many as I could hope for. It's been good. It's good to see a bit of band activity, isn't it? Do you have a YouTube channel, Chris? Live streams are they're easy, but then also I need to keep thinking of things to talk about. That's why I rely on the interaction from you guys in the comments. Make sure you give me your opinions in the comments. The channel is nothing without the viewers and the subscribers. So thank you for doing that and for supporting the channel. I will share that I did get a new camera. You would have seen it in my Extreme DX microwave video. I do have a Canon M50, which is going to be used for some outdoor shots. I'm not using it for my main camera here in the shack at the moment, but I will be using that out and about. So I do have that set up now. So hopefully that camera will come in very handy as well, and I'll be able to do some more outdoor ham radio. Soda would be good. I would like to do soda. Could have done 10 meter soda today. KC5 TGT 6 is my favourite also, just using 3mm Yagi here. Yeah. You've worked and confirmed 50 countries on FT8 with 3 elements and 100 watts. Wow. That is very good. That is excellent. How long did that take you? That's very impressive. I haven't managed nearly that. If you include Australia, Japan, Fiji, New Zealand, I think, where else? New Caledonia. That's 5. So you've done 10 times the amount. That's wonderful. And I had a 6 element Yagi and the same amount of power, so that's great. When the conversation shows some Australian QSL cards. Yes, that's quite amusing, that card. Hello Adrian as well, VK4RV. Good to see you on the band here as well. On the channel. I get confused between radio terms and YouTube terms. Have you ever said to someone, and I've done this plenty of times, I'll be talking on the phone and I'll say, anyway, yeah, okay, no worries, back to you, over. And I'll add over to the end of the conversation, and then you realise it's actually a full duplex conversation. That's a bit embarrassing. 3 years. 3 years you've made 50 countries with a 3-element Yagi and 100 watts FT8 on 6 meters. That's amazing. Well done. Well done. That's great. I guess you have, in some regards, I guess you have, are most of those countries European countries? I guess so. Because Europe's not really that far away for the United States, is it? Because in Australia, anywhere that way or the other way is quite a long way. You're on the other side of the world, so got lucky on some great band openings to Europe and South America. Yeah, I don't have Australia, but I do have Japan. Oh well, I will be lining up to work you. I wonder what side of the country you're on, and yeah, I've only got a vertical at the moment. It really frustrates me. I don't have any large antenna set up for 6. So I'd have no hope. Even going portable, I'd have no hope. I'd need a huge Yagi to be able to work here. But in the next TX Runaway Watchdog, in the next coming years, I'll have 6 back up and running again. Steve, 170 plus DXCC on 2 meters SSB, 100 watts through cycle peak. Yeah, yep. Get ready. It's easy to work a country when Texas is bigger than they are. Oh dear. Yeah, nah, well done. That's great. Let's see if we can work this. Oh, here we go. Where's he popped up from? Indonesia. -20. Let's see if we can work him. I wonder how long it's going to be before someone views this live stream and puts some comments on about FT8. I tried sideband, but no one was there, so it's good. It's encouraging to see this much band activity to start off with. I mean, the bands definitely they're not dead. They're definitely well and truly alive. There's lots and lots of Japanese stations, at least on 10 at the moment. I'm not going to be able to work Indonesia, am I? This is frustrating. You can see that he's was that 2 on the waterfall. So I think 0529 is when I decoded him. 0529.45 he's still there, but I haven't decoded him. So the signal is pretty weak. Okay, 4LW, listen for you on SSB but nothing in Queensland. Yeah, FT8's good. I do. Oh, okay, and Mississippi. Yeah. Hopefully we can after we upgrade both of our stations. What I was just about to say, Joseph's question is a good one. So I've already worked that, JA. I think it's hard to keep track. Joseph, VE3 GKT, what do you see as the role of FT8 during much better solar conditions? I think that FT8 is going to be, and Whisper as well, it's not going to be like, well, see, I've never experienced a solar cycle peak, so I can't comment, but I am assuming that it's not going to be open 24/7 all the time. So it'll still have a role in working sort of the weaker, lower power stations. Those that don't have like a super good setup or super impressive setup, I suppose you could say. Sort of something like I'm running at the moment. But what I like to do is run FT8 or Whisper, and then when I start to see that signals are getting strong enough, so I think I've said this in a previous video, when signals are getting above that 0 to +5 dB, when it's getting above that, that's when you can start to move to SSB or CW even, if you're a CW operator, definitely, but you can move to SSB and make some contacts there. I think it's great to be able to work FT8, and it's fairly interactive. Like, it's not like you sit there and you just watch it do it by itself. It's still interactive, and when you're working the stations, but definitely I think sideband is the next level. So I do worry sometimes that some operators will just stick to FT8 and they don't bother with sideband anymore because they don't want to talk to anybody. But I suppose each to their own. But the way I operate is I use it up to a point, and then I'll switch to sideband. So, like I think a few days ago, 6 meters on SSB was wide open across the whole of Australia, and I just got sick of seeing the strong signals on Whisper, so I switched to SSB and worked about a dozen stations. So, you know, been there. I've been there and done that before, but it's still fun. It's still a lot of fun. Agree, Chris. FT8. If there's a lot of people now, it will be wall to wall, and yeah, all the modes. Any activity on the band is a good thing, I think, in the long run. Let's have a bit of it. Let's go down. Yes, I think that's that JH5EWP again. Yeah, I think I've already worked him. Let's go down. Just want to see what I can hear on 12 meters, the next band down. Well, there's a station. So a little bit stronger on 12. I don't think I have. I'm not sure if this antenna is resonant on 12 meters. Okay, Joe, you've had your license since February 2020. Yeah, so definitely haven't experienced a solar cycle peak. Yeah, the last peak, I think, which was in 2012, 2013, something like that. Yeah, I didn't have anywhere near enough set up. Solar maximum FT8, solid wireless signals. Yeah, my go back to SSP and voice, and yeah, and the weak signal modes, I think it'll start to change. People will start to use less power. They'll try to, because more power will just be too easy, so they'll start to move to lower powers. We might have different modes by then as well. Joe Taylor's always coming out with different modes in this software. Ham radio and live voice mode's my favourite. Yep. Voice is, I think, if voice won't get through, that's when digital modes are good to have a play around with as well. But definitely if voice is available, then go for it. Meteor scatter, yes, I've done a little bit of meteor scatter, but not a lot. 40 meters FT8, always wall to wall. Yeah, there's always 40 meter stations. DXCC on 12 meters, yep. Let me try. Oh, Tony, so FT8 meteor scatter, that is a very good challenge. The challenge that you'll have there is whether the meteor burn will be long enough, because meteors, usually it's only a few seconds, and you still need 10 or so seconds of transmission on FT8 to be able to get through. I mean, it is theoretically possible on long burns for sure. Oh dear. It sounds like 15 meters is cranking here too. Yeah, right. How many stations do you reckon I can work if I how many people are going to come back if I call CQ? Oh dear me. 3D2AG portable. That's Antoine. Antoine in Fiji. Be good to be able to work him. I've worked him on 6 meters before. Okay. Well, let's call CQ and let's see how many people come back. This will be interesting. Oh, okay, so he's, yeah, portable there. That's 3D2AG I was responding to. Oh, okay. Call CQ and no one comes back. Oh, here we go. Indonesia on... was that 15? I probably need to clear the log. Start again. No one heard me again. Really? Maybe this antenna's not much good on 15. well, the waterfall is full. Here we go. JA4MOK. Really strong. Really strong. So those who may be watching for the first time and trying to understand propagation, when you start to get really strong signals lower in frequency, so we're on 15 meters at the moment, so the signals are rather strong, you can generally go up a band and see what the signals are like up there, and if they're also strong, then you can go up to the next band and sort of progress your way up to see how far you can go. Is the easy way to is the easy way to explain it. Okay, so I've worked with JA4MOK. So yeah, 15 meters is well and truly happening. I wonder whether does 15 meters. I need to have the band, our Australian band plans printed out because I don't operate 15 meters that often. I wonder whether it's worth trying sideband on 15. I did hear a VK1 in there, so let's try sideband. So Joseph, the antenna that I'm running at the moment is just an NFET half-wave, which is a half-wave dipole for 40 meters. But the tuner in the 7300 will tune it up on multiple bands as well. So it's pretty much just a compromised antenna. So it's not the best, but seems to be working okay. Look at this. There's heaps of stations. Look at that. They're everywhere. Russia, is that Kazakhstan? It is too. I wonder why I need to check on Grid Tracker how to change these countries to English. If someone knows how to do that easily, might be able to do it on the fly. Well, there's lots of stations there. Let's switch this to sideband. Can't see any SSB activity. I don't know what frequency to call CQ on. Is there an international call frequency on 15? Thank you for joining us, KC5TGT. Really appreciate you you joining in, and appreciate the time over there. So thank you again for joining in. There's not much on 15 SSB here. 20 meters is also the same. So 17 meters is also quiet. Yeah, agree, Tony. The 7300 definitely does make FT8 very easy. Oh. So I'm on 17 meters at the moment. I was just going down the bands just to see what's active and what the signal strengths are like, but no, VK5. That's a hop, skip and a jump from here. I'll just clear that. So I'm not sure if anyone had an answer to 21.195. Is that the call frequency for 15? The app on the left for K6EF is called Grid Tracker. And if someone knows how to change the map so that I can read these countries in English, that would be appreciated. I'm sure that I could find it somewhere after the live stream. I can do that. If 21.195 is the call frequency, I can definitely go down there and call CQ and see if there's someone around, but the signals have been good, but haven't heard any sideband. Oh wow, now. So what happened to 10 meters? It's gone quiet. It's dead. Not hearing anyone anymore. JH5 EWP. Wow. That changed in a matter. That changed very quickly. 21.195. Okay. I'll go there now. Okay, I'm on 21.195 now. Let me turn it up. That is 10 meters for you. That's ridiculous. It's gone really quiet. Okay, so I'm on
Test 1 2.
yeah, well I can hear that. Someone was there. CQ, Victor Kilo 7 Hotel, VK7HH.
VK7 Hotel, VK3 India Kilo.
VK3 India Kilo, VK7HH. Good afternoon. Well, there we go. That's working over. Did you hear me, Chris? I heard you. VK3IK, VK3IK, VK7HH.
Yeah, VK7 Hotel, VK3 India Kilo. Yeah, how you going, Hayden? I've just taken the other headset off so I can talk to you here instead of watching your stream. But hopefully you can hear me all right. I've just swung around and pointing down your way. And yeah, just good to hear you on here, mate. VK7 Hotel, VK3IK.
Yeah, VK3IK, VK7HH. Yeah, no problems at all there, Chris. So you're a good signal. Very strong. I'll have a signal report for you on the next over. But thank you for doing that. I haven't heard the VK4 calling on this frequency, but definitely can hear you. So you're a very good signal into VK7. So, and I'm sure that everyone on the stream as well can hear you as well, because at least I think I've got the audio piping through. Someone might want to let me know in the chat, but I'm pretty sure I've got the audio piping through. So VK3IK, VK7HH, over. You're not hearing me.
Yeah, no worries, Hayden. You are very low down, mate. You are very low down. But yeah, I can hear you all right. Just watching on the stream at the same time, so it's a bit strange. But yeah, no worries at all. And g'day to all the people on the stream out there. No worries at all. I'm just using a IC-7700.
Almost a 5x7 now.
And a Icom 1400 watts into a UB20 MX Ultra Beam up on the tower. So that's 3 elements on this band. And yeah, it does pretty well. Good to hear you down there in Tassie. VK7 Hotel, VK3IK.
Yeah, okay, no worries at all there, Chris. I'll give you a 5x5. Can I just have a report for the log over? It must be a bit weak.
Yeah, you just dropped out there, Hayden. I'll get off this and I'll come back to the stream. Good to catch you on here. I'll throw you in the log anyway. I'll give you a 5 and 3, mate. No worries at all. But VK7 Hotel, VK3IK. Cheers, mate.
All right. Well, thank you very much for popping up there, Chris, and for the signal report and the contact there. It was struggling there for a little bit, but I could hear you fine, so that's good. I think I've got a compromised antenna, which is half my problem. So let me just turn the I have to turn the audio down of the 7300 because it's too hot going into WSJT. So yeah, thank you again for the contact, Chris, and no real DX call 50 SSB 150 to 450. Yep, okay. Lots of DX about 29.2. Yeah, not hearing anything at the moment. So yeah, 10 meters has dropped right off. So don't know what happened there. Oh, as soon as I say it drops off, it comes back. I'm pretty sure I've worked that station though, so he's calling CQ again. Well, we're at an hour and a half anyway streaming, so thank you again everyone for joining me on today's stream. Really appreciate what we still got 38 views still watching. So yeah, just impromptu stream, and I think I might do more of these. We might I might do it for when 6 opens up. So that can get quite interesting, and we do get quite a few stations on 6. But it's a bit plain because we get a lot of VKs on there. So if you want to hear lots of Aussies talking to each other, then definitely tune in for that. But thanks again, everyone, for joining in for today's live stream. Don't forget again to subscribe to the Ham Radio DX channel if you haven't already done so. Hit that like button below, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye.